Hello everyone, welcome once again to Milky Way Astrology. So here is another video of me showing you how to predict the timing of marriage. As you can see, this is my client's chart. I have changed the name and he was born on 21st of May 1987 and he got married on 25th of January 2021 in his Saturn-Mars Dasha period. As you can see in his chart, Saturn is in the 7th house. Mars is the ruler of the 7th house. So there is a connection forming here. A strong connection forming here between Saturn and Mars. So before that, we have to look at the basic things, like whether the chart allows marriage. Okay. We have to go from step by step. First of all, if you look at it, Mars in the 2nd house, a strong position. That's one thing. Then 2nd lord and 4th lord, they both are in the 1st house. That's another strong position for both of them, because when it comes to marriage, you have to look at 2nd, 4th, 7th and 11th. All of these houses and their lords, their positions. So here you can see that Saturn is a strong Trikona lord, and it is creating Raj Yoga. So that's a good position here. Then Mars is the 12th and 7th lord in the 2nd house. It's a neutral position for Mars. And then 2nd and 4th lord, Sun and Mercury, they both are in conjunction here in the 1st house, powerful position. 11th lord in the 11th house. Then Venus, the Karaka for marriage, in the 12th house in a friendly sign. So Venus does well in 12th house in a friendly sign. So that's another good indication. And it is also the Lagna Lord. So very strong placement. I would not say strong placement, but a very strong planet. Then in the Navamsha, these planets we have to look at. Again, like Mars and Saturn, they both are in mutual aspect. So Mars is in a powerful position, aspecting Saturn, which is also in a powerful position. Saturn is aspecting Mars through its 10th aspect. Mars is aspecting Saturn through its 4th aspect. Then Saturn is with the 11th lord of birth chart, Jupiter. Then 4th lord of Sun. Okay, so that is another strong position. Then Mercury, the 2nd lord in the 5th house in Navamsha. So it is with Venus. 5th house is a powerful placement and it is with Venus also. So that's another powerful placement. So all the 2nd lord, 4th lord, 7th lord and 11th lord, including Venus, all in good placements. Okay. So that's another thing we see. Then the Vimshotri Dasha also shows already. Then Yogini. In the Yogini, you see that Sun Dasha is running. Sun is the Dharakaraka. That's another thing. It's the 4th lord also. Another thing. Then Sun Rahu Dasha is going on. On 25th of January, it is at the end of Sun Rahu Dasha and the beginning of Sun Moon Dasha. So if you look at the Navamsha, Sun and Moon are conjunct along with the Navamsha Lord and the 12th Lord itself. So that's a powerful Dasha, Sun Moon Dasha. Then in the Chara Dasha, you see that Aquarius Sagittarius Dasha. Like mid of Aquarius Sagittarius Dasha is going on. So you have to look at these two Dasha signs only. So Aquarius Dasha is the 10th house. I mean, Aquarius is the 10th house, Sagittarius the 8th house. So there is no direct connection. And when you look at the aspects, Aquarius is aspecting, as per Chara Dasha, Gemini astrology, it is aspecting the 12th house, 3rd house and 6th house. Then Sagittarius is aspecting 11th house, 2nd house and the 5th house. So both Aquarius and Sagittarius are aspecting the Venus and the 7th lord. So yes, there is an indication here. And when you see Vimshotri and Yogini both are strongly showing marriage, the 3rd Dasha, even if it is showing 50% indication, still we can go for it, go for the prediction. So now we have to go look at the transits. So in the transit, I have to go to the 25th 25th of January, you see that moon is going over the second house, over the Mars, the 7th lord, and then Mars is over Venus. Then here in the 9th house, you see that second lord, then 11th lord, 4th lord, and 9th lord. Like 9th lord is also in the 7th house. So all of them are here together in the 9th house. So in my last video of predicting the timing of marriage, I have already mentioned that if a person is going through late marriage, you have to also consider 9th house. Why? Because when you get a late marriage, you need more possibilities, more blessings. 9th house is the Bhagya Uday. That means the place where you get luck. Okay, the luck is getting risen there. So you need the blessings of that 9th house. So that is what we see here, like the second lord, 4th lord, and then the 9th lord itself, which is in the 7th house. So it is bringing both the 7th and 9th lord connection here, the Saturn, and then the 11th lord. All of them are here, along with the 7th lord in the 12th house in its own sign. Then that is also aspecting the 7th house. So these kind of strong connection is there. Okay, Dasha is showing everything as we have already seen. So all three Dashas, I always see that Vimshotri, Yogini and Chara. Sometimes I go for Ashtotri also. But most of the time these three Dashas show everything. So yeah, so Dasha already showed everything. And in that time, like as you can see that this person is in his 34th. He was in his 34th year period. Okay, so 34 is the 10th house period. Okay, so the Lord is in the 7th house. So there is a connection. Saturn is bringing that 7th house connection. So then in that time, we can also see that these kind of combinations bring that marriage. But there is a catch. If I have to tell you that whether marriage will be exactly happening on this date, I may not have told you. I'm very openly telling you that. Like I may have told you that 1 or 2 days before, like when moon was in the 1st house aspecting the 7th house, or or moon in the 3rd house aspecting these 9th house planets, I would have told you that it will be from 23rd January. Like 23rd is when this moon enters this 1st house aspecting the 7th house. So I would have told you that from 23 to 29, yeah, I would have told you this 6 or 7 days period from 23 to 29. So this is the timing I would have basically mentioned, because when 1st house also shows marriage, 2nd house also shows marriage, 3rd also shows marriage, it becomes hard to predict. And this is the planet of moon. Okay, moon, even Parashara also says that moon is very hard to predict because it changes every single day. And moon's sun is Mercury. So Mercury also becomes very hard to predict because Mercury is basically representing duality. And that also moves, it's the 2nd fastest planet after moon. So these two are very hard to predict since they are changing abilities. So that is why, had this person asked me before the marriage, I would have told him this 23 to 29. So that's it. That's how you can predict marriage timing. So thank you so much for watching, and I will make these kind of quality, predicting contents in the later times. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.